Hey everyone, if you have not watched one of these videos before, basically I take a deep dive into YouTube analytics and also show my personal income. I was influenced by Smart Passive Income Pat Flynn for doing this and I love it. So with YouTube, this was a good month. This is for the month of June, 775,000 views. You can see that it was a slight dip from the previous month of May, which is okay. But daily, we're still getting, some days with 38,000 views, which is crazy. There were definitely some days that took a dip, 17, 18,000, 16,000. But I think that's just the natural curve of YouTube. I mean, if you still look at the last 90 days, we're still seeing a huge jump, even though there's some days where you go down. You can definitely feel it. It's like, oh man, half the views today as I got yesterday. But that's okay. That's just part of doing YouTube. And so also in June, we've got 8,700 subscribers. May was a little bit of an outlier, clearly. Look at that huge surge. But I mean, still 8,700, that's not complaining at all. 8,700 subscribers in 1 month. It took me like five years to get there. There were some really strong days early, 480 in a day, but we're still moving along just fine. I mean, there's still some 400 days. I think with 8,700, I mean, what does that come out to every month? 8,700 divided by 30. I don't even know. It's over 200 a day on average, which is pretty dope. And then revenue. I mean, look at this, over $6,800. There's still some days where it's over $350 earned in a single day. I mean, if you look at the last 365 days, I mean, look at this spike. It's like, I can't complain about anything. I mean, holy smokes, I'm earning upwards of $350 a day on YouTube. But it's pretty clear that the channel's growing, even though you do experience some dips. I mean, if you look at the trend line overall, it's pretty clear that the trend line is up. And if it continues at this growth, then it's going to be pretty interesting to watch. All right, let's check out some of the other numbers. So 11 million impressions brought me a 4.7 click-through rate, which I don't know what you guys know about click-through rate. This is probably a little low. I think it is average, but for me, it's low. There were definitely some months where I was getting in like 7 to 9%. So 4.7, you might look at that and go, oh man, this sucks. But 11.1 million impressions is crazy. Because if you're getting 10% click-through rate, it's like an insane number. But if you're only getting 100,000 impressions, then you're only getting 10,000 views. Right? So in order to get a lot of views, you're just going to have a lot of impressions and your click-through rate will drop, which is totally okay. I don't know if you guys are interested in these tabs at all. I don't know if there's anything interesting about this. Unique viewers, 318,000. It's a lot of people coming to the channel for the first time. I also have some interesting data for you. So in June 2020, there were 15 videos released, which is awesome. I was able to do every other day for the entire month. Really tiring, but 11 of those 15 got over 10,000 views. 3 got over 20,000 views in a single month. And Domino's is almost at 100K. So I've got to label this as 0, but it's pretty fair to assume that Domino's is going to hit 100K views in just over a month. I mean, that's crazy to get 100K views in a single video. And the lowest like to dislike ratio for a video for the month was 95.4, which is telling me that a lot of you are not only liking my videos, but I'm putting out videos that people seem to like. One of the benefits of putting yourself out there on YouTube and kind of getting out there in the world is I had 16 different Zoom chats in June with people that follow the channel or found me from the Bigger Pockets podcast. If you aren't familiar, Bigger Pockets is the biggest real estate podcast. I think it's the most downloaded for sure. I mean, they're one of the most reputable names. So getting on that podcast is huge. And so I had about 60 LinkedIn requests. So I had a lot of people reaching out, and two of these 16 were girls that I find really attractive. So this is like, forget all the RSD and pickup, just build a YouTube and let the girls come to you, I guess. But anyway, here's an interesting stat that I found with the channel. So one of the most important numbers you can look at is the actual monetized views. So these are the 610,100 was the amount of monetized views. I received 775,200 overall views. But if you're talking about how much do you make, you don't make money on viewers that do not see the ads. And so therefore this number is very important. And I love to track the ratio of how many monetized views to overall views. And it's 78.7%, which means for every one person that views my channel or whatever, my videos, 78.787 are monetized, which is awesome because that means I don't need that many views to make a bunch of money. And I'm not allowed to share my CPM, but I'll say it's above the teens and around 20, and I'll just leave it at that. And so I'm making quite a bit of money for not that many views. All right, enough about YouTube. If there's anything that you want me to show, I'm not going to show the revenue tab because it shows the CPM number, which I think by contract not allowed to show. But if there's anything that you guys want to see, please let me know because I want you guys to kind of guide these income reports. But anyway, moving on to more personal finance. So last month was a really strong month, June 2020. Unfortunately, I'm still furloughed, so I was not able to receive any money from my job, but I'm on unemployment and it's paying me better than I was making at my job. Now, I certainly want to go back to my job. I do not enjoy this period of accepting unemployment, but I just went through a period of losing all my money, so I guess it is enjoyable that I'm getting some help. YouTube 6855. This was a big month, almost 14,000 in income. This is huge. I used to intern for free. I used to work like 80 hours a week, maybe not that many, 50 to 60 hours of work for free. And I also did an internship for $500 a month. So the fact that I'm making almost 14,000 is pretty crazy. And that's with this tenant who owed me something like $900. And then this tenant still owes me $300. So there's another $1,200 sitting here that I should have received that I did not. Business expense is so nice this was one final payment for the energy. So I'm basically done with business expenses for the moment. And my personal was really low. I'm very fortunate that I was able to get a forbearance on the mortgage, so it really helps with this cash flow. Unfortunately, I just basically lost all my money with flips gone wrong, and so it's nice to be back in a position where I'm no debt and I have the ability to start cash flowing. So it's nice to get cash reserves up, and this number certainly helps. So let's check out. This is the house. For those of you who are seeing this for the first time or may not be familiar, basically what I do is I have a 7-bed house hack. And the real estate community, you call a house hack basically where you buy a house, rent out all the rooms, and you live for free. And so I like to track the numbers here. I did have some expenses here, some utility expenses, but I was able to bring in $2,800 of income. The mortgage and the expenses were pretty low, so therefore I was able to cash flow. This is net income, cash flow over $1,200 while living for free. So yes, does it sound too good to be true? It almost is. Now understand that this comes with management and there are definitely some headaches with it. And if you care to learn about this, it's just called house hacking. Look it up online. There's plenty of videos on it, but you can see that, there are some headaches and annoyances, and living with 6 other people, which some people are very against, but you can't deny this number. Look at the overall for the months, the first 6 months in June. That's a lot of cash flow while living for free. I think some of you enjoy seeing what I spend money on. One thing I did with Costco is I was able to purchase toilet paper and paper towels, which I provide to the house. And soap. I was able to buy them in bulk, so I don't have to worry about those supplies at all. They were able to come in. I'm $172. That's nothing it's like a year supply, which is great. I unfortunately did not have keys to someone's room and they locked themselves out, which cost me $110. And then I have a woman living in the house. She's one of the roommates. So I was a dum-dum and forgot to put a hair trap in her shower and it got clogged up. So that cost me almost $10. That's okay. Only not even $300 for the month for what you would consider maintenance and repairs if you're a real estate investor. So anyway, that was the month. I just can't explain how thankful I am for all of the positives that are going on with the channel. Just the amount of money I'm making, the views, the amount of people I'm reaching and connecting with, all the different relationships I'm now forming with people who are just awesome. Everyone who's reaching out to me and I'm having Zoom chats with are pretty awesome people. So this has been an amazing experience and I hope the growth continues. And since I've done it on other videos, I'm gonna make some predictions. So I can't remember what the predictions were last month, but let's say today is July 2nd. Let's say on August 1. So the next month's video, I'd love to be at, it'd be great to definitely surpass 40,000, I think is what we're going to hit. A huge goal would be 42,800, basically 10,000 for this month. That would be a huge number. It would be nice to get back into that like 7,500 a month range. We saw a dip from this month to that month. So it went from like 7,500 down to 6,800. So it'd be nice to get back up in that 7,500 range. Views, I'm very thankful. I don't really have any complaints here. Another month of 775,000 would be amazing, but it would be really cool, not gonna lie, to have 1 million in 1 month. That would be pretty dope. So those are the metrics that I hope we hit for July. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this. Please, if there's any feedback that you have for these videos, these are just simple videos that I like sharing with you. I'm gonna do it every single month just to track the progress so that you guys can see, once I start having some impressive income months, especially like this month where I'm making, 14,000 in the month, that way, you guys can't question when I'm starting making 30, 40, 50,000. You guys can't question like, oh, this guy's where's the money coming from? Is he a scammer too? Like a lot of these gurus. You guys can see in real time how I'm growing to an impressive income number. So thank you again for watching, and I hope I earned your like for the video.